Alright, let's see if we can salvage this league by getting a 3-2. This is a good hand. Start by thought season them. Hopefully this is a good matchup. Hopefully it's not Tron again. Oh, this is a... These are all bad for us. Alright, let's think here. Clothis is the scariest card. For sure. However, Magus of the Moon is also infinitely annoying. So, turn 1, they're going to Utopia Sprawl no matter what. We can possibly cheese them out by, if they play turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, then they play turn 2 land, and then Utopia Sprawl, they already Utopia Sprawled land, we can actually out Ponza the Ponza deck. If not, we can just fetch shock something with green and then kill Magus. So I think we're going to go with Clothis and hope we can cheese our opponent out of this game. It's risky, but I think that's how we win this. We're going to have to out Ponza Ponza. I mean, worst case scenario, we're just going to kill... I guess Verdant Catacombs is good, because if he still gets a Blood Moon, we still get a green source. But we are going to hope that he gets greedy, plays land, and Utopia Sprawls first, and then we can cheese him out. I guess... Can we cheese them out still? Let me fetch Forest just to be safe. Oh, I guess we have... I totally forgot we had Lightning Bolts. What am I afraid of Magus for? But I mean, we still get a pawns of them. How does it feel, opponent? How does it feel? Is that a scoop? Please tell me it's a scoop. Let's get Ren down. Alright, come on, we need to salvage this league for my mistakes, and I don't forgive myself for losing to green-white. And I need to bring the honor back to our family. That's fine, because we can bolt it. We'll get a swamp just because for future Blood Moons. Let's get our second swamp. I mean, now we're out of basics. I guess let's grab our Verdant Catacombs, pitch Verdant Catacombs, and hope we can grind them from here. Pillage is useless. Did they have 2 Verdant Catacombs, or what? Do they still have a Wooded Foothills in their hand? I don't think so. I might have mistracked. Alright, we got the game win, which is very, very important for us because I finally cheesed someone else out, which makes me feel good. Alright, Golgari Charm kills Moon. Ashiok is not that good here. Wish Veil was good against Ponza. We can try to out Ponza. It's always a plan. Plague Man is good because of the elemental tokens they play. Liliana's Triumph is also okay. It's definitely meh. It could be okay in the right situation where we can kill a Glorybringer with it, as we only really have Assassin's Trophy and Maelstrom Pulse that can kill his bigger threats. And the Elder Gargaroth, so I think it's good enough, but it's gonna be close. Cling is not good. They don't really use their yard too much. We need all of our discard. We need all of our early removal. Ooze just might be... We could probably trim one. It's not great in the matchup because we only have one forest, and once they Blood Moon us, we just have a Grizzly Bear, assuming we have a forest in play. Liliana is also very hard to cast in this matchup. Obviously, we're able to do it there, but we got incredibly lucky, and I'm not going to be one to ignore that. Our best cards are Blood Braid Elf, and things that are easy to cast under a Blood Moon. We just need one green source, and we can cast a lot of our spells. So I could probably cut some number of Liliana Veils simply for the fact of it being hard to cast. Collective Brutality is just really not that good. But I think I like some number of Cling, not to gain life, but I guess just as a cantrip. And Lily is very difficult to cast, so I'm just gonna... Maybe this is right, maybe this is wrong. Lily's still good in the matchup, it's just I'm really hoping that I'd be able to cast it. This is a good hand. We need to fetch out our green and black, though. This is a risky play. Obviously, Inquisition, turn 1 Inquisition would be fantastic if they only have one Blood Moon type effect or one Ponza type effect. But we can play around it a tiny amount if we play Fetch Land and do nothing. That line is better against a Molten Rain, as we can just crack in response if they try to target it. And we can still hold up push and bolt that way. So I think I'm going to pass this turn. This could definitely be wrong, but this gives us the most options. If they do just have a Blood Moon, I can fetch out Forest so we can have our threat. Because although we do want black as well, green is more important than black in this matchup. So I guess our ideal play for them, I want them to cast a Magus. That is not the case, though, unfortunately. So we're going to be forced to fetch out our own forest. Unfortunate. I think I prefer playing Scavenging Ooze, because if he bolts it, at least Tarmogoyf is out of bolt range, and once Tarmogoyf's out of bolt range, it's fairly difficult for them to deal with. Besides a Chandra. Yeah, bolt would have killed Tarmogoyf there. So now we have to have them fade all their good cards from here on out. This is also like Tron, where we just need to get our lands online before a Blood Moon effect resolves. And that's a Glory Bringer, and that is enough for me to concede. There's no way we can conceivably come back from that, unfortunately. Does suck, unfortunately. I mean, there's not much we could have done there. Some people bring in Pillage just because it's a castable spell. Maybe that's right. Maybe I should just listen to what other people do. I really don't feel like Pillage is that good in this matchup. But I guess I'm going to hinge on what other people do. And Cling would have been awful there, so let's just go all in on the anti-Ponza plan. Because I mean, Pillage is good against Utopia Sprawl, so Assassin's Trophy did do work there. So Game 2 is always going to be rough because they can just get a moon and we just can't fetch both lands in time. Whereas if we were on the play, we could have got our green and black source, which would have been nice. Which means really all the difference. But, you know, they still have their Stone Rain effect, so we're going to play first. And we've got a good hand, so we're going to keep it. It's kind of awkward, though, because we don't have our... Like, our Ren and 6 obviously fantastic in this matchup. But... Okay, let's think again. These are always the most interesting decisions. Pillage isn't that scary because we do have Ren and 6. Clothis will kill us eventually. So their turn 1, they play Utopia Sprawl. Turn 2, they pillage, but we're going to have Ren and 6, so it essentially negates pillage. So we're going to have to go... We're taking Clothis because that kills us in the long game, and we're going to have to hope Ren and 6 is good enough to carry us the rest of this game. Which, to be fair, he's extremely powerful, so... Inquisitions is, you know, interesting, but the safer line, I believe, is getting Ren and 6 down. If we can survive a moon type effect for just a turn, we can have all of our potatoes. We just need to fade a blood moon right now. Yep. That's incredibly annoying. Because now they pillage us and there's nothing we can do. We were so close. I guess we might as well tick up. Yeah, once they pillage, I guess pillage isn't great because we could still return it with Ren and 6. So I guess we're not out of this game, but boy, I would like to be in other positions right now. Sure. It's like getting, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, pinging Arbor Elf seems fairly useless, but I guess so is getting our land. We just need to get as much damage in before we die, essentially. He's got Bone Crusher and Misty. We just got a race now. We gotta hope Goyf and Renin 6 are good enough. God, would drawing a black source be so good right now? I need to protect Renin 6, so I can't attack. Bloodbraid is one of our best draws. Oh, I guess they already played Misty, so I don't know what's in their hand. Let's hope it's just that. Come on, land. I don't even care what it is. Just land. That's fine. Bloodbraids are one of the best cards in the deck. I really don't want them to draw Bolt or something like that, so I think I'm fine attacking with just Bloodbraid. If they trade Bone Crusher with that, I'm fine with it. Pillage wasn't the best, so I was kind of hoping for any permanent. Relic is annoying. Do we block with Tarmogoyf? How much do we value this Renin 6? I think pretty highly. Like, we can't fill up the graveyard. We'd have to rely on our opponents to fill it up for us, so Goyf is just kind of useless right now. Well, drawing second one's not bad. I think we're still afraid of any big threat, so I think we're going to leave both of them back. Is that right? Is Renin 6 even doing anything anymore? It just insulates us a little bit if he decides to... It feels wrong to just hold back. But if he pillages our forest, we're pretty much out of this game because it's our only forest, and if he kills Renin 6, then we're just boned. Alright, Bolt's a good one. Yes, I take 2. I'm perfectly fine with that. Uptick. Alright, Bolt was one of our best draws there. There's a chance now. We just gotta fade a few turns. We're probably just gonna go ping from the rest of the game now with Renin 6. Another Blood Moon, that's fine. First one is already bad. Or bad enough. Yeah, let's just ping our opponent. Kinda sucks that we can't get another card type in the yard right now. But putting them down to 1, I can't believe we managed to do it, but even under a Blood Moon, though with the power of Ren and 6 and Bloodbraid Elf, it's a reality. Feels good. I don't think there's a single thing they can draw here, so we managed to save this league with a 3-2.